George, Leroy, how are we? No intro today. Couldn't be
What?
bothered. How are we going?
Wait, no Golden Girls?
Nah, no Golden Girls. Do you want Golden Girls? I'll put it on.
Yeah,
No. You used the countdown already. It's good enough.
How are we, George?
I'm doing great.
Leroy, how are you this week?
I'm all right.
Oh, come on. Surely today, of all days, you're more than all right.
I'm wore out.
Yeah, I bet you are. All right, let's say hello, chat, and then we'll get into it. There is Saga. There is only one news, and that is Kuma Daddy is killing it. That's very true. Mr. Von Stugel's in the house. It's a Sunday show I look forward to. That's nice to know. George is here. Robert Shepard's here. Shared, appreciated. There's a pinned tweet. If you want to share it out, that'd be great. B-Rose here. Sharing links for Inglorious Rex. Nicholas Gear, good to see you. Oliver's here. Scrolling down. Past Master Dan. Wow, Rob has his own place, kind of sparse, but I'm sure he can find some secondhand items to decorate with. Okay, all right. What's that? What does that mean?
I have no idea.
Manifesto's in the house. What's up? Jaro. Joe's here. I borrow ideas. Jaro, you've gone. Where are you? There you are. Okay, cool. Let's get into it.
Okay. Eric Weathers in the house. What's up, Eric?
Oh, what's up, Eric? Inglorious Rex. What the hell was that yesterday?
Yeah, that was out of... Okay, I'll say a few things that I know to be true. So I know Shane expected a first 24 of $50,000. I know
expected
that.
Oh, nice.
or was hoping to get to.
Was hoping for $50,000.
Yeah.
Okay, so
I hate the word expected. That just needs to get destroyed.
That was my bad. But yeah, he was hoping for 50. That's what he was hoping for. I was a little more bullish or not expected, but thought it would do a little bit better. But I don't think anybody thought this was going to happen, George.
This is super exciting. Like, to me, watching this is equivalent to someone like watching the home team win a game. Like, it was just so exciting to me. Like, and it was not slowing down for the longest time. It only just started slowing down recently.
I've said this multiple times, but lots of these launches launch like at midnight or 2 a.m. or whenever it is, and I'm asleep.
Mhm.
And I wake up and there's 1,000 backers on the campaign, and I'm just like, what the hell has happened? What have I missed out on? It must have been absolutely incredible. Give me like a rundown, Leroy, because were you there the whole time?
Yeah, I was watching, and then so when I was watching, I was texting George, and then I was talking with Amanda and Jeremy and Vanessa. Well, not Vanessa, but Amanda and Jeremy. So this whole time, and I kept like, when's it going to slow down? It has to slow down, and then it'll pick back up if they get close. It never slowed down. No, it didn't slow down. It just moved and moved and moved and then moved some more. It just never slowed down. I've not seen anything like it. And I was trying to think back to a stream or a launch that's been like this, and outside of Ethan, I just don't know. Like, you'd have to go back to the beginning days of CG for something, for a feeling remotely like this.
Mm-hmm.
Where does it where does it stand in terms of like day one launches of CG? Like, where is it?
I don't know. I mean, it did better than Blood Honey.
Yeah.
Blood Honey
that was 90,000.
Mm-hmm. So I don't. Yeah, this is a whole thing unto itself, where we're gonna have to look and watch how it performs and see. This is a new model, kind of, I would say, George.
Mm-hmm. And it's across the board too. I mean, I'm comparing it to Starlight Cats because they're both from Shane. I remember he had a very similar tiers where he had a retailer pack. I'm not sure he ever sold a retailer pack on the Starlight Cats campaign. I don't think he sold either one of his. He did sell one. I don't think he sold either of his covers. And just in the first day, he sold both his covers and 5 of the retailer packs.
Wow.
Yep.
Yeah.
Just the first day.
That's crazy. Why do we think it's done so well? Do you guys have any speculation as to?
I have lots of reasons that I think it did so well. I don't know if any of them are true. It might be a culmination of all, but one, He launched it after he fulfilled Starlight Cats. So people are getting this book, and you could get a book and just be okay with it, but this book happened to be excellent. Now, was that part of who knows if it's all part of the plan or not, but you're getting this book, it's excellent. Everyone's talking about it. You're seeing the art. This next book launches. Everyone knows Shane now. A year ago it was kind of like he was new. People weren't sure who he was, if they could trust him. They saw how competent the shipping was. Like everything was just great on the campaign. And now he's launching a campaign with a brand new IP, a brand new character people seem to be really excited about. So I think it's all those things.
I appreciate. I got the secret perk, the $75 one with the two covers and a supplemental book. I appreciate the fact that shipping was $25 for Australia. It was really nice.
Oh, nice.
For something that large. I know it's a small thing, but sometimes it is a small thing. One thing that is a question I have is with Starlight Cats, Shane really grinded that out to a huge number just by putting in work day after day, videos, streams. He rose that thing way higher than what I thought it was going to get to just by sheer effort.
Mhm.
This has already destroyed that.
Mm-hmm.
How high can he take that following the same sort of method?
Oh, I think, right. I mean, I'd have just looking at the way these crowdfunded book work, and George, you've been around but I'm saying like 250,000 right now, I think is a foregone conclusion. Like, I'm not even going to go above that because like, who the hell knows? But this is going to be a big campaign.
Yeah, no one likes to speculate numbers of money or anything like that. Who knows what's going to happen? But if he puts the work in with this, equivalent to what he did with Starlight Cats, where he's adding merch, where he's adding covers, where he's adding all kinds of stuff, and he promotes the way he did before, I mean, I think you could even go way past that Leroy's talking about. I don't want to speculate numbers, but it's just incredible how excited people are about this book. And everyone seemed to really like this cover, by the way.
Except, well, there's a couple of us that it just happened to be in the tier that I bought.
Okay, so is the black box for YouTube, or is that why you put it on there?
Yeah.
Okay, cool. Very smart, Shane. Good job. Yeah, absolutely crazy. Oh, someone's telling me a joke that I cannot read in chat. I'll leave that one go. Just craziness.
So I think George is right where he says it's a culmination of things. Why? So first, let's step back. Nobody thought it was going to do this. Nobody. Not one person. And it did. I think a lot of this is like Shane is very interactive with fans, George. Like very interactive. I think that's a number one, probably a lot to do with it. Starlight Cats was excellent. And actually, that's justification for me, you, probably Vanessa. There's a lot of people that said what an excellent artist Shane Davis was, and then they laugh at us and say cat book. Well,
You haven't gotten it yet, right, Rob?
I'll probably be one of the very last people to get it, I would say.
I'm so excited for you to get it because I know you said you got it for your daughter. I'm so excited for you. I know you're going to read it. I'm so excited. I can't wait.
So there's that. He does work hard. Everybody knows he works hard. That's evident to everybody. I think people respect that, like especially fans. So when you look at all this, and then people have Starlight hand. When's the last time we've seen a book as well received as Starlight Cats, George?
I really. Maybe Monster MD, because everyone that got that book, everyone loved it.
I would say that by and large, though, most people said the art in Starlight Cats was better than it was in Monster MD.
I've said in our review the art in Starlight Cats was the best CG art I've seen, period.
So when you take all that together, then you look at so this year we've had no major launches outside of John and Shane. That's it. So this is an event, this became a bigger event in the year than it maybe would have been. Normally, it's been a kind of a slow year. You combine all that, and it's kind of like a storm, I guess, George.
And And the other thing is, whispers around folks talking about, how long things taken to fulfill, as Jasper's saying in chat, proven on-time fulfillment. Shane said he was going to deliver in September, and he
Yeah.
did.
I got a number for you, George.
Mhm.
I backed Starlight Cats on the first day.
Mhm.
From the day I backed to the day it hit my mailbox, 10 months and 16 days.
That's awesome. That's awesome. 48-page book plus a 16-page supplemental, all
Mhm.
original art. That's awesome.
We're talking about
Crazy.
a top tier artist. This
Mhm.
isn't, like
I don't even know what to say. Like, it's just it's amazing. Do you think with Starlight Cats, lots of people said I'll back it, but a cat book's not really for me. Do you think
Mhm.
now that they're getting what they want, they're like, bam, I want this right now, and
Yes.
that's one of the reasons why it
That's
did
another
so
one of the
well?
reasons. Absolutely.
Jim.
Absolutely.
Yeah, Jim backed. He's like, I'm not backing a cat book, and I respect him for doing it. I think Eric McIntyre is the same way. But Shane always said, like, that's all right. I'll get you on the next one. And now these guys are backing, so that has something to do with it, I would say.
Let's see what chat's saying. I back Starlight Cats because I like Shane's art, but I was really excited when I saw Inglorious Rex for the first time. Was more my style. Starlight Cats launched after a number of books that were extremely late, including Wreck Planet. Shane and Yarnsey delivered.
Mhm.
They seem to have like a really professional outfit. Like, there's no.
I didn't realize they fulfilled themselves, like as far as packaging and shipping. I thought they had a team doing that. I remember early on him saying he was going to hire some folks from his gym to do something like. I could be
No,
wrong.
yeah. So what it was going to happen? He was going to fulfill out of there was a space in his gym, so he was going to. There's a lot of kids that go to the gym, so he was just going to have them help out. They weren't going. It wasn't like it was ever going to be a service or whatever.
Mhm.
Interesting comments here. I think Ethan's kind words towards Shane the last couple of weeks helped heaps. I haven't heard what they are, but it's interesting.
Ethan agrees with George pretty much, where Ethan said that it's the best Comicscape book that's been put out.
Starlight Cats?
Yes.
Wow. That's crazy praise. Like, not crazy, like amazing. RP, I don't think Anna, the Star Wars girl, gets enough credit within CG. She brings a lot of fans, including myself. I backed Inglorious Rex, and I haven't bought or read a comic book in 30 years. These are the people that we have to get in here. The people that were reading comic books that are now not. So that is really cool to see that you have been brought in, RP. So yeah, thanks, Anna. That is awesome. How much of the campaign process is Yarnsey? That might be more of a question for Leroy. He might have
Yeah,
some insight on
so
that.
I mean, I'll say what Shane has said publicly, right? So
Yeah.
Yarnsey sets the schedule. That's what Yarnsey sets the schedule. Business decisions are done between both of them. It's not like one's more, so there you go. And that's all I'll speak to on that.
Jasper has been on me about Replicator 3. Meanwhile, Replicator 3 was in campaign mode in November with Starlight Cats. Mm-hmm.
Well, I mean, George and I were talking about the Starlight Cats. We backed and received Starlight Cats when there's still books that are in demand, like in demand. Like, it's just crazy. The way they put it out as fast as they put it out is crazy.
Yeah, I mean, there's no excuses for why Replicator 3 is late. It is what it is. We're working on it now, and when it's done, it will be awesome. But it's taken a lot longer than what I had wanted it to. So, unfortunately, that's where it is.
I want to speak to one thing. A lot of people don't see the work that goes in outside of the streams. They say, "Well, look, Shane is streaming so much. Look. I mean, that's all the hard work." No, the hard work is actually the drawing. And there's times where Shane will be drawing till 4, 5, 6 o'clock in the morning. So there's a lot of work that goes on in this book or these books that, unless you're an artist that you don't know, like I'm sure Joe Sontag appreciates it, but if you're an artist, you just don't know. And when you have somebody like Shane, and there's a couple others, Graham Nolan, where they have a deadline and they stick to it. I'm not sure if that's like an old school mentality, George.
Yeah, quite a few years between Shane and Graham, unless Shane's a bit of an old soul. But yeah, that's those guys, they pump the pages out. It's really impressive.
Joe says, "I'll back Replicator when Rob tells me I'm his favorite." You are my favorite, Joe. You're
Oh, that's bullshit.
the best. Eric Canetti, Arcathena launched September 15th, looking good. It's coming, guys. It's coming. It really is. It's looking really good. Mike and I always show pages on Thursday, and I'll put out an update probably today on some more of the color pages. But here is the question that I've got in the back of my mind, and I'm sure some other people are thinking about it too, and that is Inglorious Rex beat Starlight Cats in one day.
Yeah.
Do you go back to Starlight Cats after the success of this book?
That's a great question. I've been thinking it
Oof.
myself. I can't help but think that some folks might know the answer to that. I don't know. Me personally, that's a concern I have because I liked Starlight Cats that much.
Yeah.
So,
And just before you go on, Leroy, like as you were saying, Starlight Cats, Ethan said it was the best book that CG's produced. So how do you not continue it, right? What do you do?
right. So let's say this: how do we know? And I'm not saying Starlight Cats would have made $145,000 in 24 hours, but after the reception I saw of Starlight Cats, do I think it could have done 100,000 in 24 hours? I don't think that's outside of the realm of possibility. I don't. So, yeah, like I think Rex is always going to do better, but I don't know if it's not worth his time not to do Starlight Cats. And isn't it fun as an artist? I know when I'm, to switch up, you don't want to do the same thing over and over again. It must feel good to even know you have something, you could switch it up.
I'm just playing devil's advocate. I'm not saying I agree with this, but Leroy, think about all the work he put in for Starlight Cats, and he surpassed it in one day with this.
Mhm.
Won't it be hard?
So much work.
Won't it be hard for that? Like he knows he's gonna have to go through that. I don't know. I'm just playing devil's advocate. I do think personally, and after watching some of the streams lately, that was definitely Yanzi's baby. That title, like I think she wanted that book, and I think she'll help keep that franchise alive. I loved it. I hope he hears the praise that people are saying, and he wants to make another one. But I also could see the allure of just saying, if people want this, I'm going to give them more of this.
Amanda says like EVS suggests he hire it out. Here's the thing though about that is Shane is such an outstanding artist that I don't know if a Starlight Cats book drawn by anybody else but Shane Davis would hit.
Yeah, if it was a supplemental, like they had a little kiddie book version or something like that, that's fine. But the main book, I wanted to be Shane and Yanzi. That's what I want to see.
And who could he possibly hire it out to? Because he's got he would want to, I assume, have at least someone on the same level of art as quality as he, right? And I mean that's not going to be easy.
I mean, like that's the problem, right? He's a top tier artist, and there's not, and his strengths, the strengths that he does have, and everybody has them. Ethan's are different than Shane's, but Shane is very good at acting, where expressions, conveying emotions, and whatever. I just don't know if anybody else can pull it off the way Shane does.
Kelsey would be a good fit for Starlight Cats. Yeah, maybe.
I don't think so. I don't agree.
Yeah, I don't agree either.
Here you go.
I love Kelsey's art, but I don't agree with that at all.
He doesn't. Does he ink or he just does pencils, Leroy?
Who?
Kelsey
Shane.
can do it all. Shane.
Shane does the pencils and Yanzi does the inks.
Well, it depends. There's like this cover right here we're looking at, George. Shane actually inked this, so like Shane can do both, but usually you're right. It's Shane on pencils and Yanzi on inks.
So there's not really any way he can speed up the process of getting his art out if he was to do both books. It's not like he can hire.
No, he was at breakneck.
He's already doing that.
No, he's on breakneck speed to get Starlight Cats out as quick as he did. Like,
see what Random Task says? I'd want Shane on Starlight Cats 2. We'll be okay with other artists on the supplemental. I agree with that's what I was saying. I agree with that.
Do Rex 2 and then go back to Cats, in my opinion. This is going to be a really tough decision for him when he comes to it, because I mean, look, like it's 1 day and he's beaten it already. I mean, it's
Mhm.
insane.
I could only speak to for myself, but I want Cats too. Like, because
Oh.
the way it left off, and actually, like, there's a bunch of cool art in there that I want to see more of. I mean, he's mentioned it, but there's Catamus Prime, and there's some other cool art that I
Mhm.
just enjoy seeing. That I kind of do want Cats too. Like, I'm not gonna lie. So,
I don't know how much of this book is done, but would he be working on the next book before this one ships? Is that
no.
no? So this will ship, and then he'll start the next book. So
Mhm.
he'll make that decision pretty much. What
I don't
probably?
know. I don't.
Yeah, crazy.
Yesterday's Full asked the Starlight Cats 2 have a 24-hour variant. It did not.
Nope.
And I think it only had one secret tier. It didn't have 3.
Well, and we haven't discussed this, George, but when Starlight Cats 2 launched, he was establishing himself on YouTube and with the community
Mhm.
within
Yep.
Comicsgate. Like, he's established now, so it was
Mhm.
always going to be a lot easier. Any book that he decided to push. That's why I was saying we just don't know how good. With Starlight Cats, I don't think anybody would come and say, no, oh, Starlight Cats would have done 145 and 24 hours, but would it done 100? Is that out of the realm of possibility? I don't know. I don't.
I think another point is if he launched this first, there's no way he'd have this number either. Because like
No,
you
that
were
was a
saying,
calculated move from him.
Agreed. No, I agree. That's what Leroy was just saying. That I agree 100% with you.
he was establishing himself, and he's built a massive channel now. He's done really well. He's really done well. I'm wondering if the 24-hour variant is what giving this campaign is such a big push. Maybe. What do you think, Leroy George?
Are you saying specifically because of the image of the cover, because it's
Well,
risque, or are you saying more for the collectability of there being a 24-hour variant, or is it a combination of both? What's that? How are you asking that, Rob?
The 24-hour part.
Because Ethan did that. Ethan did 24-hour on Rec Planet, if you remember. Because I grabbed that one as well. So it's been done before. I like the idea of it. If you want backers on the first day, and that's what you always talk about, Rob, how you always say that's the most important day.
Yeah,
It's the
yeah, it
first
is.
day. And if you're going to offer something exclusive like that to bring people in, it makes sense to me.
the 24-hour cover is not like some kind of novel idea, though. I mean, I think it's cool what he's doing, actually, where he's like, well, here, it's a 24-hour cover, but maybe I'll open that tier up for an hour here and there, so he continues to be able to engage with fans. Like, people will continue to engage with him that way. But 24-hour covers have been done. They've always been, not always, but they have been successful in the past.
I'd be lying if I said the speculator in me goes for the timed covers. That's another thing too. Like, I don't think everyone can do 24-hour covers because they cost money, right? I don't know how much Shane would cost to draw a cover for someone else, but it's not cheap. So unless you're a bigger creator doing a 24-hour cover, that's a massive risk. And I wonder if Shane had some reservations about 24 hours himself, Leroy. Do you have any inside info on that?
I don't have any inside information ever that I would be sharing with anybody.
He has said, though, I don't know if you've heard this, Rob, but even though it's a 24-hour variant, he's reserved 12 hours throughout the campaign to open it up and close it again.
That's really smart, and I like that idea a lot, actually.
I think you are right, though, Rob, where when you're drawing it yourself, it's a lot less of a risk than if you're hiring out. Like, let's say, let's use Roquefort just as an example, and you had to pay Roquefort a page rate or whatever.
Mm-hmm.
Like, let's pretend like it'd be iffy. It wouldn't be, but would you pay that price and put it behind 24? I don't know, but
yeah, I mean, it's a massive gamble, huge gamble if you're a smaller guy. And I don't think Shane was, as you said, Shane wasn't expecting this success. So having the 24-hour the cover.
Could you, Rob, as a creator, do a 24-hour variant where it would be like a virgin cover or a black and white cover or alternate color on the cover. Is that something that you could do, or you don't want to do something like that?
You could, but like to me, like that, like a virgin cover for 24 hours or a black and white, it's just not exciting enough for me.
Yeah,
Like-
the thing is too, though. I mean, we'll go to the cover real quick.
Which I mean, just
The
this
very-
is
no,
a
keep
beautiful cover.
Scroll,
I gotta say,
keep scrolling down. So this is not for everybody. This cover, and it's not my cup of tea. It came with what but here, look how great the art is. Whether you like it, Joe, because you and I had the same taste, but it's still top notch quality.
Mhm.
That he is making his own book, and he can put something like this on paper. It's just got to be a whole lot easier. That he doesn't have to rely like you do on an artist, like for that.
yeah. Well, I mean, like if I hired like a top level artist, right, like top level, like $1,000 for a cover kind of artist, I'd need to make that back in 24 hours, which
Plus
is
the plate change, right?
yeah. If and that's a huge risk for a smaller guy. I don't know where we're going with this, but he sold both of these covers in the first
Did he
12 hours.
did he post the supplemental cover?
Yeah, right below. There you go.
No, the original art for the supplemental cover.
No, because that's actually done on layers. So that's why he was able to pull Alex and main character out, then pull Rex out. It's done on layers.
Actually, of the 3 covers he posted, that's my favorite one. And I think I've heard Shane
This
say the same
one?
thing. Yeah, that's my favorite of the 3.
Really? My
Yeah.
favorite is the main cover. I
Yeah,
think
the line art on this cover is outstanding. It's a little bit lost with the dressing. I threw a fit and I told Shane I wanted a mini print on this for a stretch goal, because the line art on this cover here is outstanding, and it's almost better in black and white, George.
I'd buy this as a poster, like I've got behind me. I'd buy this one as a poster. I think it looks sick. I like how your eye is drawn to different parts of it, but you're not overwhelmed. Like you want to go here and then here and then here and then here, and it's enjoyable. Well, I find it enjoyable anyway. Absolutely insane that he's done. Is it still moving? 1365. Let's have a look. Yep, 3 more. I'll claim those. Thank you. That would.
You know what's exciting? If you didn't back the Starlight Cats campaign, you didn't get the true first appearance of Rex, because the Rex mini print comes with the Starlight Cats campaign.
Oh, cool.
Keep that in mind.
Very cool.
I was just tickled. I mean, to get back, I texted George yesterday when this was going down, and I told him, you know what, George, just warms my soul, and it being this, because sometimes you wonder, does hard work pay out? Does that mean anything? Doing things on time, working hard, doing things the right way. And this is, I feel like, partly a direct reflection of Shane doing things the right way, and it makes me feel good.
Yeah, I don't know if everyone can put in as much work as Shane has done. Like some people have full-time jobs and whatever, but I mean, he's left nothing on. Is it on the table? Is that the same?
Yes.
Yeah, I mean, he's put it all out there. Like he's busted his ass. And congrats, man. It's
and I was saying, I don't know what stream it was on. I streamed it a few times. But if you scroll down, there's little things, and George can speak to it too, that he's starting to level up a little bit, his art, which is very exciting when you have an A tier, if you want to call artist, but they're still improving. Go back to that double page spread, Rob.
Yeah.
Oh, hang on.
So there's a lot of things here that he's starting to level up on. Number one is rendering, right? Like Shane's always struggled. He wouldn't render he wouldn't render quite as much as he needed to. And I don't like over rendering. Joe and Tog in the chat will know that. But he's starting to find that perfect balance, George, of rendering where he needs to render without over rendering. Does that make sense?
Of course. Now, I don't know if anyone has mentioned this. Who's the colorist on this? Is it the same as Starlight Cats?
It's the same as so Candace Hahn did part of Starlight Cats, and then Jason Wright came in and finished it up. Jason Wright was also on Metalman, and they worked on New Gods, I think. Jason and Shane have worked together in the past.
So Jason Wright's doing this one?
Yes, he's coloring this.
Look at these. Look at these close up here.
Look,
Beautiful.
this is so outstanding. I like how the trainer, he's like leaning back.
Yeah, that's
Yeah.
great.
Yeah. Very cool. Very cool stuff. All right. Anything else on this one, guys? We're going to move on to the next thing.
Yeah, go back it if you haven't.
You can get caught up with Scarlet Cats too here, Volume 1 plus supplemental. So if you're new to Shane Davis, that's the one to get. Just get that one.
This
right
is
there.
the last time you're going to be able to get Starlight Cats at $25.
That's cool. This, I always find this amazing, right? That he co-created almost every member of DC Comics, the Red Lanterns.
Mhm.
I think that's cool, man. That is cool. All right. Next one is the Lucent.
Mm.
Bancroft has pushed the close down button, so it literally could be closed right now if I hit refresh. So let's have a look. Still in demand. He's so close to 50,000 US.
Wow. How many backers has he gotten since he pushed the close button?
I think he
close to 1,000, right?
15?
4
Something
or
like that.
5 last night on Shane's stream, so like it's moving.
Yeah. So if it's literally the last chance to get this book if you want to get this book.
Or the puzzles.
Or the puzzles. It's right there, and it's going to close probably within hours, maybe sooner. I don't know. As soon as Indiegogo close it down. So Monster MD
Are we
as
paying
well.
attention to the chat, or we just have them on ignore?
No. I've brought some stuff up. Go.
No, I'm just making sure we're looking at them. I just haven't been paying attention to you to see if you were doing it.
Shane should see if the UFC would like to sponsor Inglorious Rex or do a partnership with them. That's interesting. Jason Wright worked with Ethan on DC stuff as well. That must be nice for Shane too, like just to have someone that he can go color this and then
it's very
not have to
important
make changes.
Right, and you know this as an artist that you get somebody you can trust and you don't have to like go back over stuff, right? So that comfort, I'm sure, is a big deal.
Johnny Rando in the house says, I still have a Lucent shipment due.
Nice.
So I'm sure Mel will get him out there quick.
Yeah, she's done a great job, better than Bancroft has. This is Terror in the Trenches. Do you know this character, George? The Black Terror?
The Black Terror, yeah, that's an open domain character.
Rob
like
hates the
Pulp
chat.
Days.
So this is Von Klaus's new project. So after the success of Monster MD, he's gone a different direction, much like Shane with Starlight Cats, I guess.
Yeah, look, go back to the first image. When I first saw this, I was excited about it a little bit. When I saw the Black Terror, because this is very Tim Sale right here, George, I would say.
I don't see it.
But then when you scroll down, keep going.
It looks like manga.
Yeah, I'm almost out now. Like, and that's fine. You can't, like you're not going to win everybody over, and that's fine. I'm just saying he is going a different direction. Absolutely.
I love this character design though. Like, he's got like a chainsaw arm and hook hand.
Yeah, Joe, you're right, Bruce Timm. What did I say? Did I say
Oh,
Tim
you
Sale?
said Tim Sale. No, it does
Bruce
look like Bruce
Timm.
Timm.
Yeah.
Yes, I agree with that. Yes.
Tim Sale. Like, no, you should know I didn't mean.
That was a
Come on,
very,
you
that's a
just
very,
slapped me.
no, that's really different, man. You messed me up.
Thanks, Joe.
You're going to talk about the new Narwhal book. Which one is that? That's the thing. Like, I feel like I miss out on so much like news, and it's not intentional. It's just there's a lot to keep track of.
To be fair, Tim Sale and Bruce Timm both did Batman, George.
They both did Batman. Yep, and so did a lot of other people.
Well, I know, but they're both famous for Batman.
Yeah.
I would say. Yeah.
I know you as being more of a Tim Sale fan, though. That's why when you said it, I was confused.
Yeah, I'm a huge Tim Sale guy.
Terror in the Trenches is going to be rad. I've had to hold my tongue for so long. Been watching this project for a while behind the scenes. Very cool.
Yeah, I don't know. I back Monster Indeed. I don't know if I'll back this, but like that's cool. That's fine. Not every book is meant for me.
That's cool. I like
Johnny
it.
Rando's in the chat quoting Holy Grail.
Johnny Rando's in the chat.
Monty Python and the Holy Grail? No. Tim the Enchanter? No, forget it. That's fine.
He
Is
doesn't
Tim
read comic
Sale
books.
still around? So what do you think? Like going away from Monster MD, which was a massive success, into a new IP, good or bad move?
I think he
knows?
worked on Monster MD for years. I think he probably needs to change a pace for his own self.
Yeah. Narwhal is pushing a friend's book that he didn't think got a great shot in the past. He wants more eyes on it. Narwhal had nothing to do with it, just using his platform. Yeah, I haven't seen it. I can see Jim's here as well. So this is another point. The whole rising tide raises all ships, right? So Shane, I've noticed this for me, and I don't know if it extends to everyone, but when there's a big campaign, right, I get more backers. Bancroft gets more backers. I don't know if it, like I said, I don't know if it extends to everyone. What do you guys think about that?
I don't know. I don't know if I put much thought in it. I don't look at it like that. I don't think I back Shane and I say, well, I'm going to go back Rob now. I don't know. I don't know if I've ever thought that. Maybe I do it subconsciously. I have no idea.
I think it's degrees of separation from Shane, right? Because I feel like Bancroft is pretty close with Shane as far as in the same like circle, if you will. I don't know what the hell to call it, but so like of course, but then Bancroft was able to go on Shane's stream yesterday and get some backers, and that was cool. Shane's always happy to do that, and just like you are, and all other creators. But I'm not sure if somebody who doesn't regularly come around Shane's channels, not in the chat, not on the panel, if they're going to benefit.
Yeah, I mean that's I see that's what I think too. I initially thought it helps everyone, these big campaigns, but then I'm like maybe it's just the people sort of in the area, right? Because I mean I was on Shane's for a little bit yesterday, not long, and then I got a few backers today. So it just happens. Same with Godlike. I was on with John for a little bit, and I got backers because of that. So you have to be in there somewhat, even in chats can help, it seems. So yeah, that's all I've got on that. Really. What else have we got in chat? Narwhal says it's his favorite CG book. That's why he's running a second chance on his platform. Very cool.
I got news.
Yes, please.
Yeah, so Kenneth has done colors on Groken, and he started lettering it and putting in the sound effects. So it's getting close.
Yeah, it's exciting.
Snuggy says, I refunded Rob to back Shane.
Wise decision, Snuggy. Wise decision.
I backed so long ago, I can't refund anymore.
Oof, George. Oh. So when are we expecting Groken then? Because that's going to be...
I don't know when we're expecting it, but usually when somebody's lettering it, that's like the end. That's part of the end of the production. Like it's one of the last things you do.
Is there any other information about that's been shared publicly that you want to talk about, or no?
No.
How does it work for Replicator? So you have, say, 50% of the pages colored.
Yeah.
Can you submit those pages to Eric and say, hey, can you start? You have to wait till you're completely done.
You could, but you'd wait till you're completely done, because otherwise it just becomes a pain in the butt. And it's probably not the way Eric wants to work either. Oof. I expect to get Groken before Replicator 3, possibly. I mean, Kenneth is a savage, so Groken is definitely my most highly anticipated book by far.
Mine too.
Well, that's crazy. Oh, there was one other campaign I wanted to bring up. Just a small campaign.
If you bring up Ethan's toys, I want to yell at you for saying small campaign.
Well, I mean,
why?
Sarcasm.
It's not a small campaign. Small. This isn't a small campaign either.
Do you know what sarcasm is? Because that's what I was going for.
Yeah, you need to change the tone of your voice with that, though.
Small campaign.
You suck at sarcasm, Rob.
I do.
You really suck at it.
I really suck at sarcasm. I'm terrible at it, actually. I just offend people, and I'm trying to be.
You're funny. Even worse at it when you're in chat, because I'll be like, "No, Rob," and you're like, "It's a joke, George."
Yeah. So John forgot how to extend the campaign, and this closed down, which was pretty pretty bad at
But
the
he got it
time.
back up. He got it back
He
up.
got
It's
it
fine.
back up.
I'm not sure if
and
he did or Ethan did though. Like,
But it's back up again. It's back
Yeah.
up again.
Yeah, I mean he's closing in on 2,000 backers. What's that? 24 to go. Crazy. Nearly
Aw.
$200,000.
Jim Cox says, "I hope Metagraphia gets better proofreaders." That wasn't
What
very
does that mean,
nice.
George.
mm,
What's he
No,
referring
I'm
to
not
there?
saying anything.
mm.
Oh, so that's an inside joke, is it? Kenneth Rocafort is the master of shadow marketing.
That's funny.
Mm.
But yeah,
I
because
regret-
he's like the cancer man. Get it? Like when he comes on the stream, shadows.
Yes.
Now, do you have anything to do with this godlike book, Rob? Are you in the supplemental or anything?
No. I've got nothing to do with this one. K Manifest says, I regret backing Groken, said no one.
So Leroy got Graveyard Shift 3 and the supplemental,
I did.
but he hasn't told me a single thing about it because I haven't gotten mine yet. I'm dying to know his thoughts on the supplemental story.
Oh. Some people have said they liked it. Leroy hasn't said anything to me about it, so I'm assuming he might not love it.
I'm not talking about it because I'm letting George read it first. I'm not talking
I
about
don't
it
know
with
a thing.
anybody.
The only thing I've heard from it was Crackhead's rankings. When he ranked his books of the year, I saw where he put them.
Yeah.
That's the only thing I know about those books. People are being secretive, or I'm just not hearing it.
How many... Oh, I hate it when it skips when you're clicking on something. How many days until Shane's campaign overtakes Malin's? I don't know.
First of all, we need to remember the last time Graveyard Shift 3 closed out and got like $45,000 in one night.
It was big.
Crazy.
It's not like this is over with Godlike.
Graveyard Shift has great art.
Yeah,
lots
Joe
of
keeps
stretch
saying
goals
that, but
here.
I would tell Joe that George and I are readers. Yeah, I like art a little. I mean, I put more emphasis on art than George, but we're both readers. So it's not, we don't go through these books like they're art books. Story matters to us.
Snuggy Jr. They all need copy editors, even some with 2 editors listed in the credits. Is he talking about you, George? Is that what he's
I don't
saying?
know anything. I assure you.
It got that much because of Ethan, the 45. Is that what you're referring to, Ibar Ideas? But yeah, Godlike, check it out. If you haven't backed this one already, I've backed this.
Did you back it? What did you get on this?
I got the secret tier. Yeah, I can't remember which one it was.
I just got the book and the supplemental. I was thinking about getting the Visions, but
Yeah.
I'm not sure if it's going to have all the artists that like I would like to see. So I just got the 2 books.
I'm going to get into this book. I'm going to get Ghost into this book if it kills me. So that's going to
Who
happen.
are you going to have to draw it? By the way, Joe Sontag says, wait, you guys actually read the books?
Yeah, Joe doesn't read. It's true.
No, I'm talking about a book that hasn't been mentioned with spelling errors in book 1 and 3.
Oh, I thought he was running some people down again.
Who am I going to get to draw it? I'm going to have to find a Savage. Maybe, you know who would be good? Maybe Shelby Robertson. He'd be good.
Yeah, but I heard he's going to be in demand, and this might be the only time that you get him. So
I know, right? He's working on Shane's book too, isn't he?
He's working on a lot of books. Like, what's going on? Like, is he going to have time to do all these books?
Yeah, that's a good question.
Seeing how he does like 23 pages a day, I think.
I know, it's crazy. Rob's like, I don't care as long as he does mine.
That is exactly my thoughts, George. I do not care as long as I get my book. Rex Stories will be written by Shane Yarnsey, artwork Shane and Shelby. So there you go. He is working on it again.
Now, how does that work?
He did say on his stream yesterday with the supplemental that the better the campaign does, the more you'll get in the supplemental.
Yes.
So I'd be interested to see that maybe if he adds another side story, gets another art, like the better it does. That's what he said. I'm quoting him. So
now, if you don't mind me asking, Rob, I don't know if it's too early to talk about this, but you got Shelby working on the Goliath story, and you're going to have original art from Shelby. Are you going to have him ship you the pages, and then you're going to ship them back to the U.S. if they sell here? Or are you going to have him ship the pages if they sell in the U.S. and then ship you the remainder?
That's a good question. I thought I would just get him to ship them here, but I mean,
how much money you would save, and if you just, I'm just throwing it out there.
And Shelby can ship, like he can ship.
He is a
original art well.
master. Yes.
Yeah. Shorten Gordon Murphy might be available, Rob.
Probably wouldn't go over too well in this neck of the woods.
Yeah, but it was still funny.
I'll copy edit for free. Yeah, that's a good question, George. Maybe I'll just get him to do it. Any other news, topics, thoughts, guys, and chat? Joe Ball, death. Yeah, we can bring that up. Let me share stop screen.
Lots of folks are excited about that one too. A lot of manga-inspired books are out there now. Have you noticed that?
No, I haven't.
Are you serious?
Well, I mean, not until you said it.
We don't recognize your sarcasm, Rob. So I don't know.
Well, I mean, I haven't thought to myself, ooh, there's a lot of manga books out there. But now that you've mentioned it, yeah, there are. There's Fiendish, there's Blade Devil, there's this, there's
Bonds.
The only one
Bonds.
I back, Battle Maiden Knuckle Bomb.
Battle Maiden Knuckle Bomb. Gee, that's a tongue twister. Yeah. This is like 300 pages, which is just
Like a manga.
absolutely insane. Yeah. Joe Ball. This is Crackhead's favorite artist, I think, in CG.
More
He
than
loves Joe Ball.
Jason from Unhinged Entertainment?
He loves Joe Ball's art.
Oh yeah,
Wow.
we could talk about Black and White too, as well. After
Yes.
this.
Yeah, sure. That'd be great.
Ryan Johnson, wait, what's manga?
Manga. Not complaining about there being more manga-inspired books. I mean, you guys probably don't like it so much.
I'm not complaining about it.
I just don't back it. Yeah.
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 I mean, what if people like it? That's good. That it's there for sure.
Do you think it brings more? Your answer's going to be no. Do you think it brings manga readers into the CG space?
No.
There you go. Fantastic. Death. Someone chucked the link in. K Manifesto's done it. Fantastic. We'll look at Black and White 2.
By the way, in case you're wondering, K Manifesto had a stream about all the manga-inspired books on his show last Thursday. You might want to go check that out.
One. Yeah, I missed that one. I usually watch K Manifesto show too. Let me just find this campaign.
Your screen's doing that blinky thing again.
I don't know why it does that. It's very frustrating.
Bullet Ninja Hagelman. I know what manga is, but what's this manga he keeps talking about?
Manga.
This is done substantially better than Art's previous campaign, so that's good.
Yeah, I mean, he hasn't been up long. How long? 10 days? No.
10 days.
Already? Oh, that's gone quick. 534 backers is crazy. It's a really good start. He's got a.
But you know what? You know what he's got that you don't have, right, Rob? Scroll down a little bit.
Yeah. I know where this is going.
Keep scrolling.
Too, because you're
keep scrolling down.
It's gonna hurt me.
What are we looking at? What are we looking at here, Rob?
By the way, Jason from Unhinged Entertainment's in the chat, and all of a sudden, his ears must have been burning.
I mean, I guess it's a Kenneth Rocafort cover.
That's right. I backed it, and I got this covered.
I guess.
Aren't you happy for Art, Rob?
Kenneth likes art more than me. That's fine. No, I'm really happy for Art, man. I'm happy. Like I say, guys, I love art. So seeing other people's characters drawn by Kenneth Rocafort, it doesn't have to be mine. One day it will be. One day.
If you could have him draw a character, who would you have him draw?
I think it's got to be Ghost.
Yeah, who the hell else? Like,
I think it's got to be Ghost. I'd like to see him draw Goliath too. How is he at drawing big characters? Is he awesome?
Yeah, he's awesome at drawing everything.
Yeah, it's just like he can draw everything, can't he?
He can draw a lake, and it would be fascinating to look at. Just water. Say it, George.
No.
Oh,
Ibar Idea says, I'm happy for Art, but no cover is worth an additional $5.
That's a good point.
Yeah, I
Um,
wasn't very
I-
happy about that.
I know you guys don't want to talk about it, but I didn't back it because of that.
Yeah.
I'm already paying a lot of money. I'm not paying more. I don't think that's cool.
Yeah, I'm not. If it was anybody else, I wouldn't have backed this campaign at all. Like, just because that turns me off. And I love Art. I backed all of his campaigns, all of them. But that really like struck me the wrong way.
Hmm.
Yeah, I think that's probably like a good general rule for anyone doing crowdfunding going forward. That if you've got a variant cover, it doesn't matter who the artist is, it stays the same price as the main book. Because that, it turns people off. Even if it is Kenneth Rocafort, it's, you use Kenneth Rocafort to sell you more copies of that cover specifically, rather than increase the price. I think is the way to go. You'd agree with that, George?
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
Diabar Ideas says we're already paying a premium. Absolutely.
Mm-hmm.
These are $25 we're paying for a book plus shipping. And look, he's sold 47 of these books alone. So it's not like they're not paying for themselves already. So, like, I don't know. It just turned me off.
It makes you wonder, like, would it be more if it was the same price?
I would have
Like,
backed it.
Well, that's at least one more.
Mm-hmm.
I'm not clear. Has Replicate had the same art team on any two books? The
No.
answer is no. We talked about your campaign, Bancroft.
F you, Bancroft. F you.
Oh,
Yeah.
no.
Yeah.
That it's about to close. Variant cover issue agree. Also March 2023.
Yeah, that's the expected delivery date is March 2023.
That is that's a fair way away.
So you're paying this premium and you're waiting a year and a half. It just seems, I don't know.
Mm-hmm.
He's got some great covers though.
I think that
They are
art
nice.
was. I think art's like, well, I don't want to be late, so I'm just going to. But this doesn't like. That's another thing on the campaign where it's, look, a year and a half is too. Even Yanzi and Shane are going to have a baby during this campaign, and it's like I think they put 13 months. It's not a year and a half like that. This is a lot. And
Yeah, they're making a human and a book in less time.
Yeah.
Is there? I mean, there's no rules in this game, right?
Mhm.
But should there be like an ideal, time frame for delivering a book once you've started the campaign? Like it's got to be less than a year, doesn't it?
Here's what I
Surely.
do. When I review on the splintering, everyone's like, oh, this person delivered early, this person delivered late, yada yada. I don't look at any of that. I look at the last day the campaign was active. So 30 days, 60 days, whatever the last day was, from the day the last day the campaign was active, not like an in-demand stuff, to the day I get the book. That's how I judge how long the book took. That's what I do. Because if someone can say, right now it's September 2021, and I could say I'm going to deliver this book in March of 2022, and I deliver it in May, I'm 2 months late. But if I say I'm going to deliver it in March of 2023, and I deliver it in January, I'm 2 months early. Well, one person's 2 months early, one person's 2 months late, but you got the first book almost, 9 months earlier. It's not a fair way of looking at it. So I always judge it based on the end of the campaign to when I get the book. Just like Leroy said, I booked on day one and got it 10 months and 16 days later. I think a year is about right when you're doing like a 48-page book.
Speaking of a year, pull Alien Alamo up real quick. I wanna talk about Graham real quick.
Mm-hmm. Good one.
So, all right.
Because there is a possibility, George, a very strong possibility that Graham will have, in the same calendar year, have delivered 2 books to us. That's a very strong possibility, because look at when this is due.
When does it due? I can't see. It's small.
December 2021. If he fulfills on that, and he was only a month late on his last book, I will have gotten 2 books at the same calendar year from Graham Nolan.
I don't see it happening, but you're right. If he fulfills on time, now last year he was a month late, which is why we got it in January. But
right,
I don't see it. The first book was 56 pages.
Mm-hmm. Well, he's on time right now. He's saying he's on time. Everything's good to go.
Something that's going to be beyond his control is is going to. It always does. Whether it's printing or shipping or not getting enough bags and board, something's going to go wrong.
Mm.
I would be shocked if we get 2 books in the year of that size and that quality.
It's possible.
So I mean, if you should, the goal should be to deliver a book within the year of its
A year, yeah.
Yeah. So if it's not going to if it's going to be longer than that, what you just wait on the campaign.
Johnny Rando says God made 1 Graham Nolan to set an ideal example for mankind.
Did Leroy and George review the Shanu? It was our first review.
Matter of fact, since it was our first review, I kind of was not. Since it was our first one, if I had to go back, I'd give it a higher grade on the art. This would be I think the Shanu would have been an A+, but the story would have been the same. So
My grades were spot on.
George doesn't make mistakes. Shane and Gray and fulfilling on time makes Dan look really bad. It's been over a year late. Okay, I shouldn't have clicked that one. So we're nearly at the end. We've got like nearly 50 people in here. Make sure you hit like, subscribe, please, people. That would be great. We're nearly at 700 subs. It's growing every time we do this, so it's much appreciated. One question to end the stream is, and I come springing this on you guys as I do all the questions, and that is, we're hearing that crowdfunding is for crowdfunding the production of the book. Yet on the flip side, we're hearing backers want books faster. So
I don't think they want them faster. I think they want them within a reasonable amount of time. And the way you do that is these creators need to have better time management.
Mm-hmm. What do you think, George?
I'd like to see the books come out when they say they're going to be due. But one of the reasons why I backed them is based on what the timeline's going to be. So I do appreciate when someone says, look, this might take me a couple of years. That way I know I don't have to back it right away. But then when they tell me it's going to be out a certain date and then they're 6 months late, and I'm not saying this to you, Rob, I'm just saying this in general, that starts ticking me off. And that's when I think people start getting upset. Yeah.
So if you're doing a campaign, make sure it's going to fulfill within a year. Don't be late. That is the general consensus. I think everyone agrees.
I don't know. I think I don't feel like complaining at all. I'm pretty happy over the weekend. Like,
this was a good week.
Starlight Cats, and then Inglorious Rex like just blows up. Like, I think, yeah, I'm pretty happy.
Is this one of the best weeks in CG?
This year, I would say so, because
August was the best month for me,
right?
As far as fulfillment.
Yeah, and then this happened, so that made this was fun. So, as George said, we got a lot of books last month.
Leroy asked me if I was going to do a review on Starlight Cats, but I had done so many reviews on the splitting already. I didn't want to turn into the review person. Like, I don't want to just be known as the review guy. So I actually skipped doing it. And he's like, "Oh man, I was looking forward to that."
The one I was going to read.
Yep. Which means he doesn't read any of the other ones, by the way, just so you know that.
Mm-hmm.
Are you going to do it now, George, or no?
No, the time has passed. I usually do it right away. I did skits and I did warts and all. Those were the 2 I did. I don't want to be known as the review guy, like I said, so.
I like George the review guy.
Well, it's because I give you good grades. That's why.
I don't know. I don't know necessarily if Rob would want George to do a Starlight Cats review for the Splintering.
Oh yeah, it probably would beat Rob.
Oh yeah. No. Give me one thing. Let me have one thing. The Glorious Rex launch was the best moment in CG since Malin crushing Gordon Murphy, in my opinion. Before that, Cash Grab launch was epic.
I like the Ethan Wreck Planet launch a lot. That was my favorite launch.
Mm-hmm. This is up there though. This week, this launch is up there in the pantheon of just feel good vibes, things popping off. It's definitely up there.
Yeah, Jasper says I've got new Riot Press stuff from MegaCon to read as well. He fulfilled. That's his 3rd campaign he fulfilled this year, and he's talking about having Ultrastar out by the end of the year, which means he would have fulfilled 4 campaigns in 1 calendar year.
How much of that is original content?
1985 was completely original.
Mm-hmm.
1989, the supplemental book and the toy campaign was completely original.
Mm-hmm.
And Ultra Star, I know it's been
3
work-
books. I don't care about the toys. 3 books. That's pretty good.
Yeah.
Yeah, some people are really kicking goals. George remembers everything. He doesn't
When it-
forget.
When it comes to comic books, I remember.
I was working on Ghost Pages this morning. They're gonna look sick. Awesome to hear.
Ooh, can we see
Yeah.
them?
Oh, he's working on them. I don't think he's got them done. I might have a page though.
I don't
that I
know,
can show.
George. I think I would rate Groken pretty high up there, just because it was pretty
That was-
special to have Kenneth like come hang out with us. That was
That
pretty
was
fun.
my favorite, I would say.
Yeah, it was pretty cool. I don't
But
want
it
to seem
wasn't
biased.
big. It wasn't big. You know what I mean? It's just pretty special. So to me,
All right, we're going to wrap it there. Thank you, everyone, for tuning in. Had a good 50 people in here for the majority of the time. Thank you very much. Congrats, Shayton Davis, John Malin, Von Klaus, and Bancroft, and myself as well, on doing so well in their campaigns. I think, like I said this before, but getting 1,000 backers on your first campaign
That's
is
amazing.
absolutely-
With,
it's
by the way,
ridiculous.
one cover, no
One
variant,
cover.
one
Yeah.
cover.
Yeah.
hey, Ryan Blue
Unbelievable.
Thunder, what's up, Ryan?
Yep. Thank you all so much, everyone. We'll see you on it's Wednesday for you guys with the Rob and Bancroft show. So
Yeah, I'm
we'll
not
be back
staying up
then.
that late. You won't see me then.
Okay. See you all later. Bye.